Now, like I said, there was a boom in stolen cars, and that started getting real hot. When that got hot, we knew the buses and the trains. And the thing about Boston, you could take a bus and a train anywhere. I'm actually feeling like I'm in Boston and I'm in Georgia at the same time with a Waffle House and a Dunkin' Donuts. And with that being said, welcome to DYS Untold. So in this episode, we're gonna talk about why the DYS kids back in my time actually got locked up. What was you doing for crime back then? What was your main thing back then?
My main thing was we stole cars. Formula 350s, Trans Ams, IROC, sitting on a phone book, driving an IROC, getting chased up around down these streets.
Could the cops catch you?
Never.
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 Just imagine this, you're 11 years old, 12 years old. There's an IROC Z, brand new with a window sticker on it, with a window sticker. Some kid teaches you how to steal that car in 25 seconds. And every car's the same, every GM's the same, from Cadillac to Buick to Oldsmobile. You got to look at it now with the kids doing TikToks, reselling merchandise, and doing all little side hustles, different streams of incomes, Uber, DoorDash, or what have you. It was the same thing when we was growing up. Now, the consequences are different, obviously, but the mindset's the same. The hustle was taught to all of us growing up. And we knew when we was doing crime back then, based on where you would get locked up, how much time you would do. We knew if we would sell drugs, we were gonna get smoked. We said, hey, we're gonna boost. We're gonna go out, we're gonna steal. We're gonna steal vehicles. And we were only like 13 years old, 11 years old, some of us. Wednesdays here at Lynn District Court was Juvenile Day, where mothers and fathers, well, not fathers, would show up to go see the judge. Most of the time, they used to just lock you up for 2 weeks. My crew, we never broke into houses. We thought that was scumbag shit. We didn't break or take from people. We wouldn't steal from you. We would take your car, because in our mind, how we made it right, we said, hey, they're getting their insurance back. And we wouldn't even joyride the cars and beat them up, because we would use them to do scores. We would drive up to Maine, New Hampshire, and we used to hit them all. We would take the NBA jackets with the leather sleeves, the reversible ones that were $1,000. I think the store was called Ski Bucket, and they had all the Columbias, the CBs, the Jerrys, the North Faces. We'd take them jackets and we would sell them and flip them. Jewelry was inside Spencer's. You'd actually take the jewelry. You'd go to jewelry stores back then, and you could just open up the display cabinet, reach in and grab a whole thing of rings. It was that easy. Tapes, CDs. We'd have lists in school. Who would want what type of CD, what type of tape, and we would sell them for half price. Then we would get things like Nintendo tapes, Disney tapes, things like that, and sell them and flip that at a third of the price to the guys who ran the flea markets, which was the eBay. Now we learned to hustle. We was only like 13, 12 years old, and we was living like that.
35 to 40,000 shoppers who...
So like I said, we used to catch the 435 bus right at Angelina's, across the street, sit on the stairs. It was beautiful. 11:30 bus we would catch. Everybody was on there listening to Bismarck, Slick Rick. The music was great. The malls were so fluid. Wow. Now I want to know, who are them kids right there? Was that you, Hunter? I think it might have been my man, Hunter. That was in 1991, I think that footage was, of the Liberty Tree Mall. Now, Liberty Tree Mall has a place in my heart. Now it's a ghost town. Take a look at it now. It's crazy. It was a boom. Now on top of that, you got NWA coming out in 1988, Special Ed, Slick Rick, Eazy-E. It was a soundtrack to the crime. Heavy D's jumping out the Cherokee in the self-destruction video. We're jumping out the Cherokee too with the flip phone. So this is what we did. Now, do we deserve to get locked up? For sure. And it's not glorifying, it's just the story. In hindsight, obviously, I'm not glorifying it. There's a fine line. It's the hustle that we learned. The same way we look at the kids now, they're in Crocs, they're doing TikToks, they're going on these hauls, they're buying Hello Kitty, they're selling Pokemon cards. They're reselling things. They're buying Jordans for $200, selling them to you for $250. Now the consequences are different, obviously, but the hustle is the same. I'm gonna get mine. So much crime going on, they couldn't stop it. When they locked us up, we escaped, and it was a rush. Crazy thing about it is, we was attracted to negative things. If you teach a kid this is what a kid's gonna do. DYS didn't know what to do at the time, so they had the 8th bed. They had NFI. They would take the kids, lock them up, throw them in foster homes, lockdown facilities, secure treatment, programs, commit them, then recommit them. We was experiments. Danvers State Hospital, like in the last episode. Kids 11, 12 years old playing basketball and soccer with straight lunatics. Okay? 8th bed, Somerville, Mass. 11, 12 years old, getting driven around. DYS to DYS, courthouse to courthouse, shackled and handcuffed. And you ain't even have placement. You got a peanut butter sandwich that you ate the whole day and a hot dog at an intake. These are the practices that they used on us. Crazy times. DYS Untold. Peace. Subscribe. Think it still affects you to this day, like being in DYS? You think it kind of groomed you to go to prison? Hardened you to go to prison?
Absolutely.
Really?
Rosendale was the Walpole of DYS. Lock a kid in there when they're 14. What do you think they're going to act like when they get out?
Completely changes the way that you act as a person. And like, I wish that, you know, I had never put myself through that, because now it's like you can't undo it.
It's coming home. Coming home. And now they're arresting me.
I've been here and there on the run, you know what I mean? True story, you know? Department of Youth Service.